I'm Greg, and this is my wife, Cindy.
Hi.
And we were part of the mission team that went on the last trip to Brazil. Where do you start? The entire trip was essentially us watching the hand of God work in people's lives. Ours, the Brazilians. It's the only way I can describe it. It was the hand of God. My wife is a genuine city girl and does not like creepy crawly things. For example, she opens the back door at the house and sees a gecko on the wall. She screams literally like a girl and runs. Going to the jungles in Brazil, she was worried about how she would handle this. And sure enough, our very first night in Kurupu, we stayed with Midian. And when we went to bed that night, she saw 3 geckos on the wall while she was, getting dressed for bed. And she just turned around and said, "Greg," and pointed over her shoulder. Took a deep breath, proceeded to finish getting ready for bed, crawled into bed, went to sleep, and had no more problems. We saw geckos every day that we were down there, and other assorted lizards, some of which were quite long. One was a good 3, maybe 4 feet long. Never let out a peep. It was nothing but the hand of God. People were being moved around. We had talked about the possibility of maybe bringing some of the folks from Brazil here, and discovered that there were problems with immigration and for them to get permission to come from our government. And on the trip home, we ran into the personal assistant to the president of Brazil. What are the chances? It was the hand of God. And that's the way the whole trip was. Things happened that we found kind of frustrating, and we didn't really understand why these things were happening. And every time it ended the same way. Something practically divine happened. That's how we wound up going to the high school the first time, was because other people, supposedly dependable, respectable people, canceled out, and we were left with an opportunity. We were supposed to go to Colombo's to deliver water filters, but they didn't show up. So we went and did other things, and they turned out to be wonderful things. Things that we would not have done if we had gone back as we had planned. The bottom line is, while we were down there, God used us the way He wanted to and not the way we planned. And it worked great. It was a wonderful trip. I know all of us were blessed. And I can only pray and believe that at least a few of the people in Brazil were as well. And I know we both would dearly love to go back, and hopefully we'll get a chance to. And if you get the chance to, believe me, it'll change your life. It's the experience of a lifetime to just go and watch the hand of God at work.